As part of its agenda in Cuba, the Russian Prime Minister laid a floral wreath at the monument of Cuba's national hero, José Martí. Dmitry Medvedev was officially welcomed by President Miguel Díaz-Canel at the Palace of the Revolution. They presided over the signing of important bilateral agreements in sectors including energy, trade, and finances.
The signing of 8 important accords reveals our country's will to reinforce the legal framework, establishing our bilateral relations, and add to some recent agreements reached by the two governments.
The Russian premier held official talks with the Cuban president and also met with former President Raúl Castro, head of the Cuban Communist Party, and with Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez. Medvedev's visit comes at a time when Cuba is facing economic challenges brought on by the tightening of the decades-long U.S. trade embargo.
Not everyone likes to see an even-handed dialogue. Over the past few months, the United States has significantly strengthened its economic blockade of Cuba in an effort to create a toxic atmosphere against all kinds of cooperation with Cuba, to scare investors away, and to impose a sort of oil blockade on the island.
The University of Havana granted Medvedev an honorary degree in political sciences, shortly before he visited a joint Russian-Cuban oil drilling project on the northern Cuban coast. Prime Minister Medvedev's visit follows a series of high-level meetings between the two countries, including a trip to Moscow by President Miguel Díaz-Canel in 2018 and a visit here by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov last July to follow up on the implementation of bilateral accords in key areas. While Washington tightens its policy of sanctions against Cuba, Russia and the Caribbean nation shield their strategic political, trade, and military alliance. Luis Chirino, CGTN, Havana.